to this. Alright, Cancer. So, somebody could be having, whether this is your energy or somebody in your energy, take it as it resonates. Somebody has too many attachments to old expectations, okay? This makes it hard to sit in and savor the present. You know, you can cry about the same thing 100 times if it makes you feel better, but the result will stay the same. No matter how hard you try to force a square into a circle, it will never fit proportionally. It's time for the best that you move on. It's for the best that you, like, you know, progress, just expansion. Maybe expand on, like, or sit down with yourself and ask yourself what you really want. What actions would you have to do to make it happen? How can you make it happen? When can you start? You know, stuff like this. You know, it's given like brainstorming 5-year, 10-year plan energy. You know, maybe you can make a vision board. That could be helpful. Okay. If it takes a distraction to channel your thoughts into a brighter place for now, then so be it. Okay, burdens will depreciate eventually. Hang in there. Just stay calm, and be mindful of their hold over you. Okay, don't give in to like paranoia. Doesn't mean you should neglect your duty to identify and work through your emotions, but like baby steps. Have faith. You're gonna bounce back if you're going through a rough patch, and the world will keep on turning. Okay. As long as you're not reveling in the spirit of like panic, anxiety, dismay, you know, because you got to practice gratitude or fear. It's one or the other. You can't do both at the same time. I always suggest gratitude. All right, it kind of neutralizes the other. But yeah, you've been trying to alchemize all this here. You could have an ability, some of you, to do that. Okay. Your power is your power, Cancer. No one can hinder or undermine your potential. You have that it factor, babes. You glow in every room you step into. Don't forget it. Your energy is a magnet. You are a divine being. If no one has reminded you that you're special, you are batch. Okay? Period. So take this time to receive and embrace your magic. Then use it to your advantage. Don't sleep on yourself. Brilliant returns make their way to those who dream big. The wise man knows he knows nothing at all, but he also knows he needs his rest in order to maintain balance. With stability comes rewarding benefits. Friendships blossom, romance enhances, and optimal health evolves into the grandest priorities. Life is gonna fall into place in the exact way that you would predict it would. You just have to take aligned actions with your manifestations, okay? Your visions are coming to fruition. Your radiance will manifest, okay? And lastly, with this familiar energy, now is a really good time to manifest all of your true passions, okay? So really sit down and think about that. Think about what those are. And stay focused. You know, focus, discipline is very important. It's like, don't, especially coming from somebody with ADD, not to say that everybody here has ADD, but like, you got to work on like one or two things at a time. You can't bounce all around or you're never going to fully like finish stuff. And things take time to build, you know? If you get excited and distracted, then it's like, you know, one idea at a time and don't get distracted. And that's honestly the perfect algorithm for success. Eventually it's gonna pay off. Like, you just make sure it's a good idea that you focus on and you keep going. You don't stop. And eventually it's gonna pay off. You know, figure out where you're needed. Figure out where your energy is helpful. And you got this, dudes. For real. A biracial family could be significant. I don't usually notice, but there's pictures here, and it's all mixed energy. I like that. Also, graduation could be significant, or university, or military, family. Okay. All right, so you are living in a moment that feels supernatural, some of you, as if you've been here before, or as if you're meant to be here. They say that's a good thing. Confirmation. You have all the support you need due to your inner peace. You are bound to attract impressive blessings, Cancer. So visualize a fascinating life and watch it find its way to you. This card represents home. Favor gravitates toward you effortlessly. Your energy is balanced. No static is present. You feel both seen and understood. Your loved ones admire you and you them. There's an undeniable prosperity in the air at this time for you. Okay? So manifest, manifest, manifest. All right, let's see. What are the messages for Cancer? Cancer. Crustacean. What else is going on? Hold on, I need some water, guys. What are the messages for Cancer? Please. Thank you. Yeah, things are going to speed up if they've been going slow. Slow and steady wins the race. What other messages for Cancer, Spirit? Nothing's coming out. Oh, there we go. Trickery. Oh, no, that's not good. Okay, so you could have been tricked into a fantasy. You could feel sold a fantasy or just tricked into something that wasn't like real or realistic. Maybe you believed in it. Yeah, you didn't rebel from this. You believed in it. And you're like, damn, I'm a sucker. Great. Maybe that's why you haven't emotionally invested in anything for a while. You know? Yeah, you want that to be behind you, history. You don't want to repeat that. Because it was a dark place for some of you. Okay? It could have been a real dark place here. Damn. Yeah, you want to drain that swamp with the pond in reverse. You're like, nah, dude. So you're really focused on self right now. Like, you want to make sure that you don't lose yourself or you don't become a shell of a person, that you don't lose your identity, like that you, you want to make sure that you don't lose yourself in things that aren't real or people that aren't real. Because, that's a scary place. It makes you feel like you can't trust your own reality testing. Maybe there was gaslighting involved. Maybe there was somebody sold you an illusion, babe. It happens. It sucks. I feel you. These hoes ain't loyal. Okay? I'm sorry, love. Not everybody's like that, though. Believe it or not, we still exist out here. The real ones. Okay? So, just be careful. Yeah, take your time. Don't jump into anything, Just like... And that will ensure a better outcome. Hold on. The Band-Aid's kind of doing a weird deal. Alright, so let's see. What other messages, Spirit, please? Let's do this, and this. And a little bit of that. A little sprinkle here. I'm just kidding, guys. Alright, let's see. Okay. What's the vibe? Somebody's name could be Agatha. Jamaica could be significant. Emily could be significant. Bronte. Kincaid. Somebody could like reptiles or birds. Yang energy, feminine energy, ooh, sorry, masculine energy, balance too. Okay, balance, masculine. I could be reading from Cancer masculine, or you could be in your masculine energy, Cancer, whether you're feminine or not. Yeah, this is going to bring in your abundance. So Yang energy is all about taking action, whereas feminine energy is more like internal, spiritual, about attracting. But the Yang energy, what it represents is more like taking action, aligned action, being assertive, confidently doing what you got to do here and bringing in abundance. Yeah, as long as your Yang energy is balanced, you're going to make some bread, babes, period. Maybe you feel like this isn't the right network for you, or you need to network more in order to succeed here. Like maybe you haven't found your team. It's a battle. It's like, damn, dude, Elvis really didn't follow through last week again. And Crystal called out, and I just can't. Okay, it's kind of the vibe. Sometimes you got to do some things on your own, unfortunately, and people might get inspired, and the ones, you know, God will align you with people that actually do want to collaborate for real and show up and be professional. Yeah, I'm getting like a solo energy here is what's best right now. So that you don't get distracted, so that you don't fall into any fantasies, so that, you know, it's just, you get shit done. Okay. There's abundance. There's abundance with your name on it waiting. You just gotta get into your hyper masculine energy here. Okay, love. Thanks for coming by fast. You're gonna go surf? Hell yeah. Have fun. Ooh, somebody could be a little bit manic in this energy here. Maybe, okay, so when somebody gets worried, they could get like really fixated, stressed, and like not get enough sleep. I'm getting like upper vibes. Maybe somebody drinks too much coffee or like takes some Adderall or something. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, there's a greed and ignorance here too, and manic energy. Huh. Yeah, maybe you're not around the right network here. Network in reverse. You could feel like a human sacrifice. Oh no, this is terrible. This is not good. That you should not feel that way. You could feel like everybody's selfish. You always like get the short end of the stick, Cancer, and it's like everybody's like just off their rock. They're either taken, busy, or a little cray cray, or unreliable. I'm getting a very like dark humor, pessimistic energy here. Okay, yeah, we're getting human sacrifice, greed twice. You could have dealt with some really selfish energies here. That's the truth. This is a lesson on discernment, babe. Okay. Yeah, you could have been abandoned in love a lot, or like connections or friendships here. You could have trauma regarding material loss. Like you don't want to be ever in a position where like you can't at least take care of yourself or your own situation. Maybe you're stressed. I mean, just make sure you're getting enough sleep and you're taking care of yourself, okay? If you keep running into the same spirit of like greedy people, that's the lesson is discernment. You're not having the proper boundaries or practicing the proper boundaries. Maybe you're too trusting, or you're too people pleasing, or whatever it is. Stop with that shit if that's the case, okay? Because you're gonna get your ass tricked into some kind of illusions with that, and you're gonna believe in the wrong people over and over again. Take your time. Force it to slow down. Don't jump in and just like be like, oh yeah, you wanna be my partner. We can do a whole bunch of business together, when you don't even know whether or not like they're professional. They could be good. Let's just say you work in, I mean, a moving company with a moving truck, and you find somebody that has, you know, they look pretty fit, and they're looking for a job. And they look like they're adequate, but then you realize that they don't show up on time, that they're always like having problems with their girlfriend. It's like, I'm just kind of like the energy I'm getting, y'all. Yeah, it's like, I feel like you keep running into dishonest people or confusing situations, greed, you know, it's just, that's why you have to, yeah, in this new beginning, you have to go a new direction with things. And sometimes you gotta hermit it up, you know what I mean? And just like step into your masculine energy, whether you're feminine or not, and just really just fixate on something and take aligned action and get it, you know? You could be, you know, unsure, so you're not really telling anybody about what you're gonna do for your new beginning. Yeah, you could be withdrawn, single, maybe a little bit lonely, stressed. You don't want to resist something or someone or someplace, but it's like your money's not right now, and you, yeah. Maybe there's something you don't want to talk about either. It's like, ugh. Yeah. So you could be free right now, not bound or trapped in anything. Not, it's, yeah. You could be kind of keeping things like surface based right now, just not really emotionally investing in anything yet, because it's like, you could be working on something or loyal to something that you're working on. And that's why, you know, maybe it's more so, because I feel like a lot of people, if they don't have financial security, it's like they can't really think about anything else, especially with today's economy, y'all. I mean, come on. It's like it's too, there's not enough bandwidth or time in a day until you figure out your livelihood, you know. So if you are struggling with money, you could be very withdrawn right now, and just not having a lot of bandwidth for anything besides figuring out what you want to do. So maybe you're coming off shallow or withdrawn, or you just don't want to talk about, you don't want to tell anybody about your problems. You kind of just want to, like, that's what I'm getting. I mean, you know, whether that's, maybe it's because you're not clear yet on something, like you don't know yet, like you're trying to figure it out. You could be an energy that kind of hides and goes into that crab energy, into your shell, you know, when you're trying to figure shit out. Yeah. Okay, let's get some more. What else for Cancer? Yeah, you're not able to adapt yet. Just like you're not, things aren't fluid just yet here. Something's not stable yet. Yeah, and it's hard. It's not easy. Something's not easy right now. It's rough patch. It's gonna pass, babe. You got this. Yeah, you're trying not to get mad and like frustrated. You don't want to like come off as stressed and aggressive. Maybe you know when your energy is affected and you just don't want to be around anybody or talk about it until you figure your shit out. A lot of people can be like that, especially the crabby crabs. Okay, I get it. Yeah, you're trying to be responsible. Yeah. Forgive yourself. It's understandable. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're at least you're not masking and pretending like the weirdos out here. Yeah, you're again, double confirmation. You're trying not to be irresponsible. Yeah, it's like you're worried that you're coming off as somebody that doesn't care. That you're coming off as somebody like tough and just uncaring, but it's really that you're just trying to figure your life out here. I feel like people will understand. Yeah, you want stability. Until then, you can't really you can't really be humble or compassionate or like talkative and stuff. You could be coming off as insensitive and tough right now. I mean, it is what it is, babe. You gotta survive. You'll figure it out. It's gonna get better. Yeah, you could feel like you can't be included right now, or you can't get together with people. Like you can't do what you want to do. I get it. It's gonna pass. All right. I get it. It's one of those times and periods. You know, things come in waves. They go up and down. You're gonna figure it out. Don't worry too much about what people think about you. Just let it be known that you're very busy right now trying to figure shit out. It's not personal, and they'll understand. If they don't, kick them to the curb, y'all. Okay. Holy Spirit, holy angels, archangels, ancestors, the Most High, calling on you to channel your ancient wisdom, your guiding light, your strength, your clarity, with intention towards Cancer's blessed North Node path. Please help me bring forth the most important messages for my current collective. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node for the next 3 to 4 weeks. Clear, concise, and precise. I will interpret these messages from the heart, from the soul. Any negative energy interference, please return to the sender. And we love you and we thank you, Spirit. King of Cups in reverse. That's your energy, maybe? If it's not, you're dealing with somebody that's emotionally unavailable right now because, yeah, you could not be coming off as, like, very... You're not in your emotions right now. Or you could be depressed and not wanting to be around people and people to see that. Okay. Maybe you don't have your masculine energy, like, balanced right now, and that's what you need to do to take that aligned action here. Aw, you could feel, like, uninspired, indecisive, stuck. Babe. I'm giving you a hug. Do you feel it? It's tight. It's a squeeze. Okay. Babe, Juliet, do you have anything else to do, honey, than come into my chat, my stream that's literally specific